This is a Brooklyn-bound 2 train. The next stop is Wall Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Quick reminder, the Black Friday discount ends November 30th at midnight New York time. Easily get that discount by going to notyouradvisor.com/BLK. And it'll probably be the last discount for a long time. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you all had a great weekend. This is Not Your Advisor with NYU Grad on Monday, November 18th. I'm going to specifically cover nuclear energy stocks on my watch list with premium subscribers, but today's session really felt like the world is just waiting. NVDA earnings on Wednesday. Just as a tidbit, FYI, holidays are here. If you're going to make a trip to New York City, I would highly recommend you check out a restaurant called Din Tai Fung. I'll link to the restaurant in the show notes, but they make these delicious soup dumplings. Very thin wrapper, but it just pops in your mouth. So check that out if you're in town. They have other locations all over the world, in California, in Las Vegas, etc. But one thing that was interesting was everyone around me in our table or surrounding tables were talking about politics, and I just could not stand it. Nothing was going to get in the way of my soup dumplings. But I digress. Let's keep going here. So I'm going to share in the show notes for the free members a little bit of NVIDIA historical performance after earnings, what was expected to be reported versus the actual, as well as the surprise of those earnings that actually came out versus the expected. So if you take a look at it, they obviously beat every earnings, and they raised by like $2 billion. But one thing I want you to pay attention to is the curve or the slope of the surprise. And it's been trending down whether you look at EPS, GAAP EPS, or revenue. They're all trending down. I've also posted price reactions to the earning reports in 3 days, 2 days, and 1 day of the earnings announcement in the show notes. So take a look at that. But let's go into the breadth numbers for the session. We had 220 new highs on the NYSE. We had 337 new lows. 62% of shares were advancing versus 35% declining. 51% were below the 50-day moving average, and 41% were below the 200-day moving average. Now, the volume was super low. I'm talking like at 3 something, the SPY had only traded 20 million shares. Taking a quick look at sectors, basic materials and energy led the way for the session. That they each were up 1.4 and 1.3%. Communication services was right behind at 1.1. Consumer cyclical was up 0.96. Real estate was up 0.6. Utilities was up 0.5. Consumer defensive was up 0.5. Financials were up 0.3. Then tech up 0.3. So it really was just a par day, low volume chop. I'll go through what was strong and what was weak. In the S&P, you had names like SMCI because everyone is expecting them to not get delisted, up 13%. Moderna was up 7%. Henry Schein was up 7%. CVS was up 5%. Walgreens was up 2%. These are all percentages. Tesla was up 5%. Enphase was up 4%. Boston Scientific was up 4%. EQT was up 3%. Edward Life Sciences was up 3%. In the NASDAQ, you had Tesla up 5%. MCHP up 3.4%. Dollar Tree 3.4%. PDD Holdings 3.2%. I believe they report this week. AMD was up 3%. Diamondback Energy was up 3%. Take-Two Interactive was up 3%. So there were things up and down. Things were moving on the plate. What was weak in the S&P, you had Amentum Holdings down 9.6%, Palantir pulling back 6.4%, Uber 5, Arch Capital Group 4.7, Best Buy 3.5. A lot of retail are reporting this week, like Walmart and Target. Lululemon down 3, Ulta Beauty down 3, Juniper Networks down 2. In the NASDAQ, Illumina down 3.3, Lululemon down 3.1, Fortinet down 2.2. So I'll let the free members go. I'll see you all after the Tuesday session. Paying subscribers, please stay on. I'm going to go through all of the nuclear energy stocks in my watch list as well as macro. That's my train.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.